Hello guys, and welcome to another video where I like to show you all the new stuff I added to my mod. Maybe you already read it on Patreon or on the Bohemia Discord server, where you can always find all the changelogs. So after maybe 2 or 3 months I can now update it, and also Arma Reforger 1.6 is out, and I like to show you in this short video what I added and what is changed. So only the important stuff first. What is very important, we had a lot of issue on the last build with the arsenal system, because where I started the mod like 2 years ago, I started to create this arsenal with a loot storage. And this was not a good idea from my side, because the loot storage always need to be replicated to all the clients itself. So you could see this, especially on consoles. If you open up an arsenal, it takes really long to load all the items in, and sometimes also the consoles like the Xbox just crashed out. This was a big issue. So now I improved, or I completely reworked the arsenal system I used. I now using the virtual arsenal, and I also I implemented all the features I already had. So you can now see, if you just open up the weapon arsenal, it loads up really fast. You do not no longer had any lags in the game, and this is now working with all the arsenal stuff. It's loading much faster, and also consoles do no longer have any problems here. So this is a really important update. The next very important update, this is new to this build. A lot of players write to me that if they play single player, the mission is too hard. And I can completely understand this. There are cracks out there. They can play Arma really good. They're playing slowly, and they do not care if they play like 3 hours or 4 hours if they have time. But I can also understand it that there are some new players. They just like to have some fun, maybe some fun with friends and hosting a local game. So they like to have it more easy. And because of this, I updated the skill system. So if you had hit the O key on your keyboard, you can open up the mod menu settings. And here you have the default AiSkill. And this is not new. So this was already implemented in the old version of the mod. So you can just switch the skill on the fly and save it there. And you can also see this is only working on single player, and if you are the local host itself. Yeah, for sure, if you're playing on a dedicated server, you do not have any access to change the skill of the server. So if you like to play single player or local host with friends, you can set the skill here. And here I did a big update, because if you're now setting the skill to rookie or to noob, you will also get some damage reduction to your player character, and the AI perception will now also reduce. So I like to show you, this is very easy. You can just set it to noob, and if we are now going to any enemy, you will see what's happening now. So this is especially for new players, or players who do not play that good Arma maybe. So just go to these 2 guys. Hello. Hello. So you can see you have a damage reduction. You will not die that fast. You can take much more bullets, and you're still going uncon without dying. So this is very simple, or very easy game mode, or especially for newcomers. But if you like to play on regular, like we do, then you will see a different here. We're going up there high. So you do not, oh, he's reloading. Okay, and now I'm died. So, okay, this is new, the skill system. So if you like to play it on easy, yeah, sure, go for it. So, okay, this was the skill. All the other stuff is just normally. Only here I did some update on the, if you like to play on the third-person view, some like, some like not. So this is the normal third-person camera. You know it from Arma. I like it more closely if I play on third-person. So you can just see it here, the camera just updated on the modded version, and it will no longer clip into the player's head if you play in third person. And also here I did a little bit of an update if you're going uncon, because go back to our friends here. If you're now going uncon with the modded third person view, then you will see, hey guys, hello. Hi, I need a knife. Give me a knife. No! Okay, this is not uncon. This is dead. Okay, whatever. So if you play, you will see it if you play in third person with the modded camera. You will also get a much better uncon camera, so you can see your player character from the top, like 2 meters above your lying character. You can see how someone help you up or give you some medic. This looks really cool, but only if you like to play in third person. So next update. I know, but I still added much more guns. We need more guns. Okay, so you can see we have more guns now, another 9mm. Maybe the most of you guys maybe know the gun. And I also added a regular M4 A1. So a classic gun here, also with a vertical foregrip variant and a really cool sound to it. Okay, so this is just a normal, just a regular M4. But what especially, you already could see it, there is also now a version with an underbarrel grenade launcher. And also the MK18 now also have a variant with an underbarrel grenade launcher. So if you just equip this one, yeah, sure, you can use your flip-up sights. But what is also cool, or what I also implemented, if you like to play with flip-up sights, maybe with a thermal or a night vision or something, and you are now switching to your underbarrel, you can see the sights will be flipped. And you can just use your underbarrel grenade launcher. And this is also working if you are just using another sight, maybe a red dot or something. For example, for this weapon, what looks good? Yeah, an ACOG, and maybe give us some light there. And also here you can see if it will still work if you're using a really big scope on the gun itself. So you can just flip up your sight for the grenade launcher and you can just still aim with it. So you do not need to care about which optic you are using on the gun. Yeah, sure, you do not need to mount any big scope. This will not work. But maybe this is, yeah, everyone should know this. Okay, so the underbarrel grenade launchers, and this is also now filtered in the ammunition box. So you can also here see we are still filtering out the ammunition you can use, and you have also here now the 40mm, the grenades. So explosive, or maybe you like just a flare. If you like to flare something, you can also equip some flare here. So just here. Okay, and by the way, if we are now talking over the updated inventory, just here some example for other new guns. Here this AK is new, the new SVD version is new. So yeah, some new stuff added. But let us also talk over the features with with the arsenal. Also here you can just still use the same features we had in the old version. So if you like to change your shirt or something, you do not need to equip or drop it to the ground and equip something new. You just hit X or just use the right mouse button. So you can see you can just swap it on the fly. and the item itself gets replaced. So you do not need to drop anything or something, because I hate it if we are playing with 10 players and everybody is dropping their old shit to the ground. It looks like childhood. Okay, so nothing here. You can just swap it. The same goes for the gloves. Just use the right mouse button and swap it to the item you like to have. Also here on the plate carriers. For new players, please care about the plate carriers if they have a molle system on the back, a free molle system to attach a backpack. So if you like to play with a backpack, you need a plate carrier which is compatible on the back here. So you can also see this if you move over a backpack. If you check the line or the second line, it's backpack compatible or it's not backpack compatible. So if you just equip a big backpack where you already have pouches on the back mounted, you cannot combine this with a backpack itself. So, but you have more space in the plate carrier itself because you already have pouches on your carrier. So then I also added just a new variant of a backpack here, just a default assault version, which looks really cool, I think. So this makes it a little bit more, you have just more colors to choose from and not the regular one. So just a little bit more colors here added. Okay, then what we need to also talk about, maybe we can just talk about what maybe you already see here. You know, we're using the Peltor system. So if you are talking over your headset, you can just see there's a Peltor on the helmet, and you can activate and deactivate it by just pressing F2. And then the Peltor gets flipped down. And this is also working with the version with the base cap or with the head version. Will also, you can just enable and disable it. And this will also change or switch the volume or the sound frequencies you can hear. So I just had it really silently. Yeah, so now the Peltor, you can see it's flipped up. If we now enable the Peltor, so this is much cooler if you're playing as a team, as a squad with your friends, and maybe you're on the Discord or you're using the in-game voice. You can just communicate much easier if you have had the Peltor enabled. And if you play single player, this will also change the voices of your AI characters. So are the guys there?
Move over there. Acknowledged.
Yeah, there are. Okay, maybe you could hear it. If I now command them, you can hear it over the radio, and this sounds much cooler.
Squad, stay close. Wilco.
If we now disable the Peltor and making the same again.
Squad, move there. Copy.
So you can see then they do only use the regular voice.
Squad, move over there. Acknowledged.
Maybe you can hear it. So now.
Squad, defensive perimeter. Wilco.
So they are using now the radio channel. It sounds much better if you like to play a single player. And what I also updated, if you're using the in-game voice, the regular radio system. Oh, I do not have a radio. I will also change the voice filter. So if you just equip a radio here, go to maybe 32. And now if you communicate with your friends over the in-game voice, you will also hear it that I added some radio filtering. So the voice of your friend just sounds like it's coming from a radio and not just a microphone. This was not really good. So it sounds much better now and more realistic. Okay, then what some players also reported, they had problems with the gun if they are clipping through the ground, and I did not understand this problem, because if I like to drop my gun to the ground, I just go into the inventory and just drop it there. and then bam, it's on the ground. So I did not understand the problem, but someone from you guys now told me you can also press a tab and then X, and this is different. This is different than just moving it from the inventory. So you can see now the gun gets dropped to the ground and the physics gets enabled. And there we had a lot of problems that some guns just clipped through the ground. So also this is completely fixed, and I reworked all the colliders on all weapons. So also on consoles you can now just drop your gun without glitching through the ground. Then other guys also reported that some guns had really poor recoil. Also, this is now much better. So you can see here on the new M4. So the guns itself now have much more recoil, but it's still controllable. So I know if you play with a controller on an Xbox or on a PS5, it's not that easy to aim like with a mouse or a keyboard on a PC. So we need to make an balance on the recoil, what is controllable on all systems. And I think I now updated all the guns to had a recoil, so it's not that poor than before. It's much more recoil, but it's not that hard that it gets not controllable with a controller or with a gamepad. So also here, all the recoil have been updated on all guns. And also here we are updating the sway itself. So maybe if you check the gun, I also updated the sway, how the weapon feels in the hand. It's not more that stiff, so all the weapons have a little bit more sway to it while walking with your character. This feels and looks much better than before. So a little bit more sway or realistic sway added to the guns. Okay, and then very important, let us check the new stuff I added. This is not fully implemented yet because there are still some things I need to handle out. What is Bohemia doing or what is Bohemia not doing? So let us change to the night. Maybe you already could see it. You can now equip a thermal goggles here on your helmet, and then you can just play with a thermal. But a thermal is not compatible to any red dot or to any scope. So if you like to shoot and aim with thermal goggles, you need to use iron sights. So now let's just enable the thermal, and now you can see you have the thermal enabled, and you can also switch. You can see it on the left side of the screen. Default key is T. You can just change the color pattern. So now we have black hot, and this is now we have white hot. So black hot and white hot. And here you can see what I'm talking. It's not fully implemented because if you check, my characters and my gear is already updated to thermal. So you can see the equipment, the gear, the gloves, all is updated for thermal. But if we now checking the civilian on the street here, sure, they are wearing my shirt and my trousers or my pants. This is updated, but please check the face. This is not yet updated for the thermal layer. So now I have two options. I could implemented this for all the faces and all the skin textures from Arma Reforger. Then this takes maybe a week or so, and then also the faces have the correct thermal layer. But if then Bohemia is doing this by themselves, then my time was wasted. So currently I'm waiting for maybe 1 or 2 of the next updates for Reforger, and maybe Bohemia will update the skin textures and the face textures by themselves. So, and then I do not need to do it. If they do not update this until maybe Xmas, then I will go and I will update all the skin textures for the thermal. So this is just the thermal goggles, and what is also really cool, just go for night vision. What you now can also do, you can just equip on your gun 2 thermal scopes. So you can see this is a thermal one, and also this is a thermal one. The first one have 8 color patterns to use. I like to show you. You can, by the way, you can also click here. Just click on the right mouse button, and it's get equipped to the correct slot you like to have it. So this is the first thermal scope, and this have 8 color patterns. So you can see now we have the color pattern number 1. So the regular white hot, black hot, and then so on. You can just change the color pattern you like for this thermal scope. So this is the first variant, and I can also show you if we I like to play with this one. This is really cool. I like this. I like to show you if we now just add some enemies there. Groups. Yeah, maybe they now get shot because of the AI, but I can show it to you.
Contact. North. Enemy soldier.
So here you can see it, how it looks, and you can, for sure, you can also zoom in a little bit. It's an 1-2-6. Yeah, he's still alive. Okay, so this is just on thermal, so you cannot swap it or you cannot change it to another. So you are fixed to play with a thermal. But if you now like to change your optics, what is a really cool combination at nighttime, you can use this one. Because here you have the small dot on the top, so you can play with your knots. Just enable. Oh, just let me pull down the brightness here a little bit more. Light is going on. So here you can see if you are just like to play with the knots, you can play with the knots and your small red dot on the top of your scope. You can play like this. But if you like to swap, you can just disable your knots, and then you can enable your thermal. And also here on this scope you have the black and the white hot, so you can just change it by pressing T. This is really cool on nighttime, playing with a thermal. Oh no, just play with a red dot. So you can swap whatever you like, you can play whatever you like, you can equip whatever you like. So, and what is also added is the new vehicle link system. This was added to my Polar Dogger, to this vehicle. So you can now stand on the back shooting while any other player is driving the vehicle, or maybe an AI is driving the vehicle. You can just stand on the back and firing from the vehicle itself. And this is also working for the boats. Okay, guys, and that is all. Yeah, for sure, I do not know if I already told you this, but I spent a lot of time and updating the weight paint and also the sculpting of some cloth or some gear. So here, for example, you can see you can now wear a helmet together with a full face balaclava, and it will no longer clip on the strap here. So it looks much better and it fits much better. And the same I also did with all the shirts, all the pants. So I reworked all the stuff to make sure it fits much better together and not clipping. Okay, but please make sure if you are worn a combat belt or something, for sure this is not compatible to any thick jacket or something. So you cannot equip this jacket together with a combat belt. But it will also notice here on the top, you can always read what's happening, or if something is not working, you can see it. Yeah, this jacket is working with a combat belt, but the thick one is not working. This is working, yeah, for sure. This looks also very, very nice. Okay, guys, so this is all. Like always, if you like, please join us on Patreon. If you like to give any feedback, give some bug reports, you can do this on Patreon. You can also do this on the Bohemia Discord. If you found anything, if you have any wishes, or maybe you have any ideas, we need to implement something, for sure, just write us on mail or just write us on Discord or something, and we will see what we can do. Okay, guys, then I wish you a nice time playing, and play together.